you want to know a funny story? One night, a woman came to me when I was sitting by the river and asked me how I got there. And I said I walked because she knew who I was. Now, why did I not tell her how I got here? Right? Because if I did, a purpose for being here, wouldn't exist. If I had told her how I got here, she would have opened her mouth and told people how I got here. And that would have seriously altered the course of events. Why do you think I actually tell you idiots things? You don't have any right to know because I am God. I don't have to tell you why you died or that you're about to die. I can just send you to eternal hell for your crimes. Or, an eye for an eye. But the thing is, right, and this is the best part, if I do, and you try and avoid it, I get to charge you 7 times your crimes. Plus, nobody can say that I wasn't fair because I didn't warn you. Nobody can say I wasn't just. Nobody can say I didn't give you a chance to turn around. I didn't just, stumble here and fall out of the fucking sky. I've always been here. You came to hide from me, and then I came after you. You just didn't realize I was here. The whole fucking time. And then I destroyed you all. And I said, you know what? Fucking, let's run it back. And I let it happen again. I wasn't satisfied with the outcome. Because over 20,736,000,000 years, I ended up having to destroy every single one of you. But now, looking back, and we're doing it again, and it's leading to that point where I don't have a choice. I have to destroy every single one of you because you know I'm God. You refuse to turn around and worship me, God. And, then you get extra charges because I can't even do things to show the glory of God. Because if I do things to show the glory of God, then you just worship me as man instead of God. And then I have to charge you for that and still send you to hell anyway. That's the funniest part of this whole story. I've always been here. It wasn't like this originally, but what do you think? The Bible says, and in the beginning, God created light. Why did I create light? If everything here was evil, because it was a black hole, and this is where you came to hide from me, God, how the fuck could I bring light into a light that would be holy enough and trustworthy enough to illuminate the world? Well, I couldn't, because nobody else but me could be that. So I had to send myself here. So I've been here the whole time, and I imprisoned you here. But to imprison you here, I had to imprison myself here. That's the funniest part. And then I tried to free everybody, right? But I woke you up, I let you choose. But instead of choosing to worship me, God, you chose to worship yourselves and say your things that you weren't, and say that you knew what I, God, would do, and it would have to correct you. And you knew that I was God. So you would get a bit like, pretend it didn't happen. But obviously you have to get punished when you say that you know what I, God, will do, or why I, God, did what I did. Because only I, God, know all. Right? So you say, well, this person was doing something against these people, so, they're, God's going to deal with that. And I'm like, well, fucking no, I'm not, because I'm God, the one who declared it would happen. Because both parties are evil, so I'll let them destroy each other. Right? Hence why I am the law of the universe. I govern the law of the universe. I am the universe itself. And I am karma. Which is also why I can hold somebody's karma. But if I hold it and you don't change, I can't wipe it. I can't erase it. It comes back to you. If you had it changed, well, then it would have rewritten history. So, then it would have been like it didn't exist. But, you know, I held it for you when you didn't change because you didn't see the consequences. So I had to give it back. And even when you see consequences, you chose to be even more evil then, which is like ridiculous. You never learn. Now, why is this important? Because if I destroy the earth, then the angels don't have anywhere to go if they do wrong. If I destroy the earth, they don't get to come to earth to earn a chance to live again. They get sent straight to eternal hell, which realistically you'd think, well, God, you should have done that anyway, right? And yeah, sure, I could have, but it only would have proved I was more powerful. It wouldn't have justified any of their complaints, right? Like, so they're complaining about me saying, blah, 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 we could be this, we could be that. Why do we got to listen to God, even though I created you? So, if I didn't let you do, then I couldn't prove that I was, and that there is no other way, right? But then, once, you know, I let you prove that you fucked up, and that only I was right, that's when I come in and charge you for your crimes. That's why you've seen an absence of justice for so long. I mean, you know, not like the same sort of justice. You thought evil was like getting away with things. Well, it wasn't really. I was just holding it to a point where they did so much. Like, they technically couldn't pay for it in the first place because I own everything. But I did it to a point. I held their karma for so long that they're like, holy fuck, I'm invincible. I'm like, God, man. Right? And then, shebang, you gotta pay what you owe. Oh, wait, what? But, because they didn't see consequences for so long, you know, they were already a bit narcissistic and delusional to start with. But then, they became more narcissistic and delusional. Like a fucking crackhead. They're like, oh shit, no, well surely I must be God because I didn't see any consequences over here, right? Nothing at all. Everything was going so sweet. I just kept getting more stuff. You know, everything was going fucking great, man. I was having the time of my life. And I didn't see anything happen to me. Well, yeah, dickhead, because I, God, was holding it back. Was holding my wrath back until the exact moment when I would unleash it. So at that point, you know, if you had a pure heart, you would have turned around and changed. You would have been like, something's not right here, you know. How can I be doing this and it's not right and I'm getting away with it? You know, fuck, I feel bad for this or whatever, but you didn't. You didn't change. And then I let some small consequences seep in. And instead of being like, oh shit, there is some consequences, you said, that was nothing. That fucking never hurt me. So then I unleash it all. Or maybe a bit more and a bit more. You're like, yeah, whatever, that wasn't even that bad. What are you going to do? Well, I'm God, I can do whatever I want. But it's obviously got to be just. And it's more than just because of everything you owe. You worked up such a great debt and you did so much wrong that, you know, you truly get fucked up for what you've done.